Hey guys, so for this video, I'm going to show you what to do for page 13 of your journal, which will show you or remind you how to create a vocabulary picture card for science. So to do this activity or to complete this activity, you'll need your journal. Okay, we're going to be working on page 13. You either need index cards, which you can't tell that this is a regular index card, or some of the, you're gonna need 2 index cards or 2 of the cards that we created using a sheet of paper. So if you need instructions on how to do that, go back to Google Classroom, and I have posted a video on how to use plain paper to create cards that you can use for this activity. Okay, so you will also need writing utensils, so a pen or pencil, and you will need your colored pencils. I use Twistables. All right, so you might need to pause the video to gather your materials. You'll also need some tape to put your stuff in. And I just use masking tape. It's a lot easier to use than Scotch tape, but whatever you have at home. All right, so we're gonna start first, take one of your cards, okay? And you're gonna copy exactly what you see. Okay, so you're gonna write exactly what you see. So you can actually pause the video when you see it. Okay, so I want you to copy this exactly as you see it here. So you probably, excuse my, I need a manicure. All right, but you're going to copy exactly what you see. All right, so you're gonna write front. Do I need to mirror my video? I'm not sure. Okay, so the word front, picture, no words, 4 or more colors. You don't have to copy this last part. Okay, so you're copying exactly what you see. Okay, you're copying exactly what you see on one of your cards. So you can push pause so that you can get it down. So if you're using an index card, you're doing this on the blank side. You're doing this on the blank side if you're using a regular index card. So if you're using an index card, you're not using the line side, you're working on the blank side. Okay, so pause the video if you need to, if you need more time. Then you're going to turn the card over, whether it's your paper card or an index card, and you're going to copy exactly what you see. Pause the video if you need. Okay, so you're going to put this card aside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually practice that. Okay, so what I want you to do is take another card, a blank card, and think of a word. So if you're using an index card, you're going to start on the blank side. If you're using one of the sheet of papers, it's already blank. It doesn't matter what side you use first. Okay, so think of any word. Now for page 13, it does not need to be a science word. Any word, make sure it's appropriate. Choose any word and draw a picture of it. Remember that the front of your card should have no words. It's just a picture, and you need to include 4 or more colors. Remember that in science, black, white, and shades of gray may be used, but for our class, we don't count them towards our color count. Okay, so you can pause the video. You're drawing a picture of any word. You're thinking of something, drawing a picture, and putting it on your card. You're drawing a picture on your card. Okay, so you probably need to pause the video. So here's an example of the word, the picture that I drew. Can you tell what it is? Okay, I drew a pencil. All right. There are words here, but notice that the word pencil is not here. So it's part of the decoration that goes with it. You know how some pencils say Ticonderoga or Staples or something like that. So that was just our Harkwoods Academy pencil. Okay, so you have that there. Now notice that I do have 4 colors. I actually have them in the pencil. So I don't count the lead color because I actually colored the lead with pencil. So that's gray, that doesn't count. Then you have your brown, you have your yellow, you have your green, and you have your red. But sometimes you may have to get creative with adding a color. Now your vocabulary picture cards do not have to be totally covered like our title pages do. So you might just need to add some color by going around it. Okay, so you can be creative with it. And notice that for those of us who are making our own cards with paper, notice how my paper is not perfect. And that's perfectly fine because we can still use it. Okay, no need to waste. All right, so now that you have your picture on the front, now it's time to complete the back of your card. Okay, so you have your picture. Notice your picture's on the front. So on the back, you need to do the same thing. So my word was pencil, so I spelled pencil correctly. I gave the definition for pencil: a slender tube of wood, metal, plastic, etc., containing a core or strip of graphite, a solid coloring material, or the like, used for writing or drawing. So I have my definition, and I use my word in two different sentences. So you should always use a pencil when writing for math or completing a lab, hint, hint. And raise your hand to sharpen your pencil. It's one of the things, because we're not going to just walk around the classroom. So just some reminders, okay, that you have there. So again, you have your word spelled correctly, the definition, and then you're using your word in two different sentences. So not just using your sentence, your word in one sentence, you're using it in two sentences. Okay, so now that you have your two cards completed, you need to attach them to page 13 of your journal. So I'm using masking tape because it's that's what I have, but I also prefer to use masking tape because when you use it in your journal, you can actually see through it. Even if you use it, and it's usually less expensive. It's easy for you to tear with just your hands. You don't need scissors to tear it. So when you go to page 13, okay, I put the tape, I saved some space at the top. So each page of your journal can hold 3 cards. Okay, can hold 3 cards. Notice this is page 13. Each page of your journal can hold 3 cards. So save some space at the top because we're going to give you something to glue onto the top of page 13. It'll just be the instructions. Okay, so here you also have, you're going to put your one where you put the word front and back. You're going to put that there. Make sure the word front is on the front. Okay, you notice that you can just flip it. So I put my tape on the side. And the same thing, okay, for the one, your example card that you just created with the word, that could be any word, you're putting that on the bottom of page 13. So you have, make sure your picture's on the outside, okay, and you can use it to study as a study tool. Okay, so you weren't just drawing just to draw. Okay, so you have, these are vocabulary picture cards on page 13. All right, so this is where whenever you need a reminder of how to complete a vocabulary picture card, you'll be able to look at page 13 of your journal and you have a reminder. All right, bye-bye.